Hello, we are from Group 2. I'm Pranda Dipakurnyatama.
I'm Nisminiana.
I'm Andika Ramawiguna.
And I'm Zikri.
Clipping algorithm. Clipping derived from clip, which means cutting. In computer graphic, clipping is a process of cutting objects. Clipping is a method to remove the unnecessary lines if they exceed the window viewing or drawing area. In clipping method, we process to decide which part that needs to be displayed in clipping window. Clipping needed to avoid complicated pixel coordinates calculation and parameter interpolation.
Benefit of clipping algorithm. 1. Surface identification can be seen in 3D view. 2. Segmental lines anti-aliasing of part of an object. 3. Making object with solved modeling procedure. 4. Can display a few windows. And 5. Making illustration with move and remove part ability.
Are three types of line. 1. A fully visible line, and 2. Partially visible line, and 3. Fully invisible line.
Development in OpenGL. First, AGL. AGL is Apple Graphic Library. It's a framework to use OpenGL in Mac OS X. 2. GLX. GLX a WGL, a link between OpenGL and system Windows. 3. GLU. OpenGL Utility Library is a part of OpenGL like NURBS, tesselators, quadric shapes, and many more. 4. GLUT is a GL utility toolkit for developmental from OpenGL, designed for low to mid-level application and using callback function to add interaction from users. For OpenGL programming using C++, needed extra library which is glut.h, glut32.lib, libglut32.dll.
Class grouping. 1. Primitive function. Decide with elements that can produce image in the screen. This function is divided to two types, which is primitive geometrics like polygon that can made into 2, 3, and 4 dimension, and primitive image such as bitmaps, attribute function controlling display of primitive image. This function determines colors, type of lines, material properties, lighting source, and textures. 2. Point of view function determines camera properties. OpenGL provides a virtual camera that can be relatively positioned and oriented to object with primitive function. Camera lens can be controlled too, so they can produce wider angle and telephoto viewpoint.
3. Windowing function. This function control window on the screen and control from mouse and keyboard. And 4. Control function, enabling any feature of OpenGL. OpenGL function loaded into library that called GL and GLU. The first library is the main function of OpenGL, contain all of OpenGL functions that are needed. And the second library is OpenGL Utility Library, contain functions that return with the function of the main library.